Ladies, gentlemen, let the show begin. Alright, do you like video games? And I know you do. What about entertainment? We got that to video game. I'm on a video game. Video game. Oh, what's the name? Video Game Armada. This is the one true on the gamer boss Bronze.
Any information on Bertram Backlash.
And the First Lady of Media, Blue.
Time for the Power Ranger movie aftermath. Yay!
Yay!
So, Backlash, you're first. What did you say about a certain character that wasn't there and should have been there? A guy edited out of the review because?
Well, you know, there was a handful of known Power Ranger commodities not in that movie. Mrs. Appleby, Ernie, the juice bar attendant, Principal Kaplan, even a couple monsters, Squat, Babu, and who can forget lovable, non-violent, but makes violent monsters, Finster.
A lot of those guys, admittedly, may be third stringers.
Yeah, but
Let me also add, in case you guys don't already know this, and I'm sure most of you guys do know this, if you are listening and you haven't seen the movie and don't want spoilers, then this is not the one you want to listen to. You want to listen to our other review.
They already done that already.
Well, just in case.
Well, if they're listening to this first and not the original review first, then man, we're going to spoil a whole bunch of stuff for you. I'm sorry for that, by the way. But anyway, continue Backlash.
yeah, Bulk and Slaughter aren't in this movie.
And that's criminal number one.
Yeah.
They had some weird stock generic bully just to start picking on the new Black Billy. But yeah, no. Bulk and Skull, please. He's a staple of the show. They're essentially clowns, but they're funny clowns. And, well, clowns by definition are funny. But they should have been in there, man. It's just like it was having them not there. It was perfect. Could have Bulk and Skull. They could have been just as ineffective as Generico Bully. So why weren't they there? Is it supposed to be just for, like, I don't know, we shouldn't highlight bullies because they're not funny? Yes. But Bulk and Skull were more than just bullies. They, became more over time. And yes, I know it's just a movie. You don't have that kind of time frame. But they were there since day one. They deserve more respect than that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised that they're not in the movie, but it is kind of disappointing to see that they didn't make it.
You know what else is surprising during the film, tail end of the film, is that the only Go-Go Power Ranger music they had was the one from back in the original Mighty Morphin Power Ranger movie.
I know, that was pretty weird.
It was weird, but not a bad weird, but just a weird, like, you guys couldn't create your own remix. They did, like, a remix for, like, what was it? Like, Power by Kanye West and,
yeah.
I Got the Power.
Yeah.
Which was a terrible remix.
Yeah, people complain about the Ghostbusters remix. That was fine compared to this dreck.
It was definitely terrible. So yeah, let's talk about some spoiler elements. What did you guys think of how Rita got sent to the moon?
Well, I think it was pretty unique. It's just like she got like frozen and then. So I guess
she got pimped though.
Oh no, that's right.
She got backhand. She got backhand.
They smacked her bad.
They slapped her.
I didn't see her with their staff or the power coin that she had, so
slapped her right out, slapped the taste out of her mouth.
Yeah, really. And I'm sure it's there. I mean, like, oh man, that ending was fun enough. I never would have ever thought the best way to defeat evil was to backhand them. I'll say that for that movie. They backhand their problems away. I love that.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm still a little disappointed because you know what? The stinger, the only stinger, was calling out Tommy Oliver, and he didn't show up. Come on. And and surprise, surprise, he's also a bad kid. He couldn't be the normal one who just shows up with his glorious perfection shows up like Jason and make them all disgruntled and stuff and become rivals, and then he becomes the Green Ranger. Oh no. Just another stock, teenager with problems, or non-problem teenager, excuse me. But much more than that. What didn't show up on the end, where they should have showed up in the end? Lord Zed. What'd they do? They didn't show Lord Zed. They didn't show that. They just had like a Tommy Oliver call off, and they called it a day. I don't think that's how you Sting. You don't sequel. If you're going to sequel bait, you might as well go with the gusto. Lord Zed is like the biggest Power Ranger villain ever.
Yeah, like at the very least, you should do a Thanos. It's like just have him turn around in a chair and show the Z at least because he can't smile.
Oh man, yeah.
Z on top of his head,
or at least like show like a death cloud or something, and then you play those familiar chords. Dun, 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 dun. And that would have gotten everyone to mark out. I would have marked out.
Oh yeah,
but
that would have been fun.
No, they were lazy.
Well, they probably try to sequel bait,
You how are you gonna sequel bait without Lord Zed?
By not showing them at all, I guess.
That's not how you properly sequel bait. Tommy Oliver, the Green Ranger, fine. Throw him in at the tail end. But when you do a stinger, you gotta go strong. Lord Zed is about as strong as you're gonna get.
Yeah, but I mean, all things considered, it went fairly well. But Lord Zed, the second movie's probably gonna be better than the first. But by that I mean, if Lord Zed's in it, it's gonna be better.
Oh yeah, you know what? The one thing about Lord Zed is that you don't have to do anything with that guy. He was perfect. He was properly creepy, menacing, and you knew this guy had power and authority. You don't even have to make a movie costume. He is already a movie costume.
Right. Just
slap someone into the suit. Hopefully get a voice actor who sounds similar, and then bam, he's ready to go. But, they had the opportunity, but they lost it. And I'm hoping that in the second film, he shows up. Or maybe the third film. Because I have a funny feeling they're going to do someone else. If they do a second film of this, who do you think is going to be the next villain?
If it's not Zed, I'm trying to think who... If it's not Zed, I'm thinking maybe... Well, they did do a pretty big name drop, Zeo. Zeo Crystal.
Oh, I love that. That was great continuity.
So maybe it's the Machine Kingdom, King Mondo and Queen Machina. Maybe they come out early. They weren't the most exciting villains,
That's true. They could do a whole Terminator vibe with them.
Yeah.
I like that. And of course, Rita would show back up somehow.
Yeah.
Like she always does.
Yeah. Get like the Thawed or something, and I don't know, maybe Squat and Babu will show up.
I don't know.
Maybe Finster.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Goldar, Gudar, Gakdar, I don't know. Since he kind of ruined him, I don't think he'll show up as his true form. He's just a puddle now.
Yes.
What else? What else can we spoil about this film? Oh, yeah. I still don't understand why they decided to pick beef with the Transformers,
Sorry, Bumblebee!
In the film, they stepped on the, what kind of car was he in the film? Yellow Camaro?
I'm not much of a car guy. Let me look up in my database.
Well, I'm going to say Yellow Camaro until someone corrects me. They stepped on a Yellow Camaro in the film and then threw that car into a monster, and whoever said that said, sorry, Bumblebee. Why would they do that? It's not like the Transformers ever did anything to Power Rangers. In fact, Power Rangers is scripting off freaking Transformers on how the Zords look. Don't get me wrong.
You said Camaro?
Yeah, Yellow Camaro?
Yeah, Chevrolet Camaro.
Ha! How about that? I knew a car thing.
Yeah.
All this, what's it called? Fast and loud watching is rubbing off on me. But yeah. I like Transformers. I like the Transformer movies. I don't mind their art style. But it's pretty bad when the Power Rangers have to copy off their like robot art styles from the Transformers.
Yeah.
I don't get that. I mean, come on. You could. Well, if they're going to make the Power Rangers emo kids, I suppose unoriginality is going to be the name of the game. So I ain't sweating that so much. But seriously, Power Rangers, you did have to go bro posing on Transformers.
Yeah.
They don't deserve it.
I kind of like how they did make the Zordon though.
Oh, me too.
They made him pretty ambitious,
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. Their quest to make it more realistic, they made the Power Rangers, they didn't make them the self-serving, jerky pricks that learned their lesson at the end like I thought they were going to. At the core of these characters, they were good kids. But just like Zordon, he was more pragmatic. He was more about himself and his issues, his problems. He was using those guys, using the Rangers to meet his own ends. But ultimately, he still wanted to save the Earth. He still wanted to stop Rita and her plans.
I don't think he was that self-serving, Zordon. I think he just believed that he could have done a much better job than the current team.
Yeah.
That's why he wanted to be out.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. If you were trapped in the side of an alien ship where nothing to communicate by being inside the ship with your face, wouldn't you want out too?
Right.
No one would want to be in there. None of those teenagers would last 5 minutes. They go completely insane if they were trapped in there.
Right.
So I can understand where Zordon's coming from. But also I do, again, humanizing Zordon was pretty cool too.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the original Red Ranger, and then Rita was the original Green Ranger.
Oh, yeah.
That was amazing.
That was amazing.
Oh, now I want to know the backstory of Zordon's team.
Yeah.
Who was the yellow? Was it a boy or a girl?
Was green.
Who's black or pink or whatever?
Blue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wanted red.
Was Alpha 5 a Ranger?
That would have been amazing.
Or if he was was he just a current replacement of the other Alphas?
They went up in number for Alpha 6 and Power Rangers in space.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, Alpha 5. So what happened to 1 for 4? Get eaten by real dinosaurs?
That's entirely possible. I don't know.
Let's see. Who else could be the villain for the next Power Rangers? I know it better be Lord Zed, but then again, I think they're too cowardly to do Lord Zed yet.
Yeah.
What's his name? Her name? Toxina?
No.
The Pirate Queen.
Divatox.
Divatox.
Yeah.
Maybe Divatox? I don't know. Rancic would be another good choice. But that's way past the current timeline. But then again, he does deal with time. He could show up in the past to destroy the past Rangers to stop the Rangers from having a future.
I think that's a good point. I thought Master Org was pretty good, but again, he's too far out.
Master Org will be harder to explain.
Yeah. Do you think they have the guts to do Ivan Ooze?
Huh. Technically, Ivan Ooze is not canon.
No.
It's possible. I mean, yeah.
I mean, when I remember the video game version of Power. Every time they made a Namco Bandai. It was Bandai. Bandai made a video game version of the Power Rangers. They always made their monsters, at worst, look less weak. At best, making them look so awesome. Lord Zed included. Now they did. I mean, that was in the fighting game they did for Lord Zed, but in Power Rangers, the movie, the game, Ivan Ooze was an actual threat instead of this comedic character. You know?
Hey, you know what? I like bad guys who have a little funny swagger to them, but they're deadly serious when it comes to throwdown time.
I mean, he could be exactly like that if there's a sequel. That's what I hope for Ivan Ooze.
That's true.
He was too much like the Joker.
I do like... if Ivan Ooze... Yeah, alright, I'll call it. I'll say that if they have any kind of, if they want to make their series an actual thing, because superheroes are popular now, but they cowered out on Lord Zed, they should do Ivan Ooze. Rita would, say, you know what, I got pwned, I'm going to need help, I'm going to free Ivan Ooze. But Ooze says, nuh-uh, baby, I work alone. And seal her up into the space dumpster or something.
Oh, that could work. I like that.
And leaving the green power coin somewhere. And he said, this is a toy. and Tommy could probably find it, and then he could be the evil ranger later. But But Ivan Ooze's like time is now, so he'll do Uzi tactics and screw with people, or cover Angel Grove with toxic waste or something.
Yeah.
He could pollute the fish, so no one has jobs anymore. Stuff like he could just basically punking the Rangers.
Yeah.
And he could be a shapeshifter. No one know who Ivan Ooze is.
Yeah. So what do you think about Jason's dad?
He's a standard dad. I have nothing against him.
He knows his son is the Power Ranger. I mean,
he's a secret keeper.
Yeah. But will he confront his son about it? Because people aren't supposed to know.
I don't think so. I mean, I think he's happy that his son has gotten his life back on track. Me too. I don't want Jason to become some reckless like D-bag because no one understands him for stealing and wrecking a car,
right,
and hurting his leg.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What else can we talk about this movie? I said my piece more or less. I'm talking about only the spoiler elements now.
Yeah. I mean, there's not too many spoiler elements after this. What do you think about that campfire scene where they're telling her deep dark secrets?
Honestly, it reminded me too much of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles the movie.
Except no vision of Zordon out of fire. It's like, I loved you always, my Rangers.
You know what? Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm sure it's interesting for character development, but I don't know. Yeah, more teenage emo stuff.
Yeah.
It could have definitely done without.
Yeah, maybe. I don't think we picked up on this, but apparently Billy was autistic in the movie.
No, I think I heard that.
Yeah.
He said he had a medical condition.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
See, that's what I was saying about in the original, review. Billy having that condition, that's an actual problem. And he took it like a champ. Didn't let it stop him. Zach, his mother, had some sort of weird disease. Made her an invalid. He had to, take care of her. He has an actual legit problem.
Yeah.
Melina Lena, a.k.a. Trini. Oh, no one understands me. I don't want to be labeled. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
That's a whiny brat. Kimberly. Oh, I was a mean girl until I wasn't. That's not a problem. That's just being spoiled. Oh, I wrecked my
car, and then I wrecked my football career.
Yeah, no one likes me anymore. That's not a problem. That's you being a weenie, Jason. You're the leader of the Power Rangers. Man up and stop being such a weenie. Such a weenie makes me sad.
Yeah.
I can't really think of anything else. I think that's good. Blue, do you have anything to add for this spoiler aftermath? I can't think of anything else. I think we addressed all our...
I got one.
Yeah, what is it? Did you ever remember what you wanted to talk about in the review session, but you couldn't remember?
No, I'll probably do that at 2 o'clock in the morning when nobody is awake.
Write it down.
I'll have to write it down. But yeah, this is probably just a misnomer and probably no surprise. But it is indeed a spoiler. So, folks, if you haven't seen the movie, do not listen to this. Of course, the black guy dies first.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
in Power Rangers.
Even in Power Rangers, the #1 rule in movies, the black man dies first. That's actually a pretty good spoiler. So yeah,
first Ranger to die first anyway.
Oh yeah,
That's great, Craig.
So yeah,
so technically, what you're saying is the Black Ranger died first.
The Blue Ranger who's African American.
The Black and Blue Ranger died first.
Yeah, in the movie, when Rita was having her little waterboarding session to find out where the
Zeo Crystal
McGuffium 298 was located, Billy died.
Yeah, and not without a wonderful promo. Wonderful product placement by Billy. It's not Krispy Kreme. What? What's a Krispy Kreme? Well, Krispy Kreme sells 100,000 different donuts, and it's at the center of Angel Grove on Haim and Saban Highway.
See, I thought that was odd, but it didn't bother me. I honestly think they did it for comedic effect. Saying, like, this one object of super great power was in a donut shop.
Yeah, then she ate one of the donuts when she got there.
I know, that was like a surreal moment.
Yeah.
I'm like the Empress of Evil. I'm enjoying this donut.
And my minion is up stomping right next to me.
Mm-hmm. This is a very good donut.
Yeah, she took her time out of terrorizing Angel Grove just to eat a donut.
I know, sometimes you gotta stop and eat the donut.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because, life, is fleeting after all. One minute you're eating something, the next minute your pet giant gold, sludge thing is digging for a tool of ultimate power.
Alright.
What else? Yeah, basically when Billy died, all hope seems lost, but somehow Zordon had enough power through the morphing grid to, escape, but to prove how cool of a guy he is, he chose to stay, but used his extra power through the morphing grid to save Billy.
I like that.
I don't know. Was it plot convenience? How did that happen?
I have no answers.
Because I think my only thing I could think that did happen with that is that, when all the rest of the Rangers have said, we learned from this, we're going to stop being such tools, we're going to be awesome Rangers for Billy. And that charged up the morphing grid, and it allowed that would allow Zordon to escape, but he said, nah, that's okay. I guess I'll stay in the wall for all eternity. I'll save the black kid because he was cool. I think he made the right decision, but I'm still a little confused on how that all happened.
They don't make it really clear on how it's supposed to be done. But I think he had enough power to bring that someone to life, and it's really hard to understand how that works, but...
Well, the Power Rangers' sources of power through the morphing grid is a bit, a mystery.
Yeah.
It's not like the Force, which has been explained for midi-chlorians.
Yeah.
And that's not a jab at Star Wars, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So I think that's about it. Thank you, Blue, for reminding me about that, what do you call it? That
Phenomena.
That spoiler that Billy died, because that was still funny. I think we touched all the bases. So to recap, I believe that this movie, definitely not perfect. I definitely would have liked to seen a different version of this movie, but what it is proves that it tried its very best to give a new age Power Ranger story from a different perspective. I don't know. All I know is that from this point forward, nothing but classic Power Ranger tropes and excitement and awesomeness. No more boring teenage crap. No more slow slog to Dawson's Creek.
One can hope.
But hey, until next time, people, this is the one drawing the gamer boss bros.
This is the information Emperor True Backlash.
And the firstly of Mia Blue.
Telling you to, once again, stay tuned for the latest video game armada.